Radio YouTube, so I've got this VE, I think it is, or VF Commodore, one of the two, I can't remember. I'm a bit out of date with the latest Commodore models, to be honest. We don't paint many of them anymore. And it's partly this shop, we do a lot of European cars, and I think part of it is that Commodores aren't as popular as they used to be. I've noticed that, yeah, in the last sort of 5 or 10 years, they're nowhere near as common as what they used to be here in Australia. But either way, we've got this job here. I got most of it masked up, but then I left plastic over my blend sections, and I'm going to be putting some wet on wet down first, just to cover up obvious and seal down all these brand new panels. And I'm just going to go over the quarter panel here just to seal it down, and then yeah, while that's drying, I'm going to cut the masking out on those blend panels, and then we'll continue on spraying. So what else was I going to say? I don't know. This is just anti-static cleaner. It's a Chromax product. It was geez, I'm gonna say the wrong number. I think it was 3050S or something, but could be wrong. So yeah, sort of in a bit of a rush. I don't like doing overtime. I will if I have to, but it's about 10 to 3 and I knock off at 4 o'clock. I like to get home to my missus and relax after 4 o'clock. Hard to say, but if the job's not done, I'm obviously not just going to walk out with it in base coat. Not that bad, but I'd rather keep work between work hours. Now, I want to try and get this bar nice and clean. I found that, yes, lately sometimes I've been getting a few more bits of dust in the bars than I would like. So I might go full high pressure. And oh, you see these little bits? They get left behind. So that should about do it. Yeah, that should about do it. I don't want to go and tack rag it now, because what can end up happening is wiping it over with the tack rag can actually get the static back into it. So I've wiped it down with the anti-static cleaner, but obviously rubbing plastic parts reignites the static in it. So then everything will attract to it. So I think we'll just leave that and start spraying straight over it. The boot lid has already been prep soled. Back panel's all prep soled. Quarter panel's prep soled. Actually, that's one more thing I had to do. I don't want to go and get a bit of a squeeze in there. Probably should have angled the car up. Either way, we'll make it work. Yeah, I don't want to go and get wet on wet primer inside this edge here, so I'm going to get carefully here, and I'm just going to take it easy when I'm putting the wet on wet down, that I don't get a big build up here. Put a really thin coat over it, just to help seal it down. Because yeah, that's one thing I don't like happening. Hold on, I'll put this got a hole in my glove, mate. Let's go along. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, I've got plastic primer in the FLG5. Probably too good of a gun to be using plastic primer through, but whatever. This is called La Punta. Yeah, a bit of a squeeze down here. I don't really like spraying in such a small area. Bit of a leak out the top of that pot there. Whacking out. But yeah, I had someone commenting about using air-fed respirators the other day, and unless you are 100% sure that the air that you're breathing is really clean and filtered properly, I would not recommend wearing an air-fed. When I started working here, like in my initial videos, when I very first we started this channel, they didn't have the 3-stage filters set up. It's actually on the outside of the tray booth. You can't see them from in here. A lot of the time they are on the inside of the booth, but yeah, this shop here, they're on the outside. But they are there, and we do get the breathing check done, the breathable air check done once every year, which is actually Australian standards. Like, by Australian law, we must have them in this industry, and it must be checked once a year. So we do get it checked. If it's too bad, then the filters get changed out. If the oil or gas levels are too high, the filters must be changed. And I think they probably even need to recheck it after the filters have been changed, just to ensure that we are breathing nice, fresh, clean air, and not toxins that are harmful, probably even just as harmful, if not more harmful, than the paints that we're trying to protect ourselves from. So yeah, just be careful with your health, guys. I mean, it's something that when you're younger you probably don't care about as much, but as you get a bit older you care more about it. But if you do have to wear a half mask these days, I would recommend using some glasses or goggles, something just to keep the paint off your eyes as well. I never used to, but as you saw with this respirator here, it's got full glass lightings over the eyes and everything. And as soon as sometimes I'll go back and use a half mask on whatever job it may be, I'm in a hurry or whatever reason I have, and then I'm like, man, I really notice it, like the paint in your eyes. So they reckon that, yeah, paint in your eyes is just about as bad as breathing it in. So yeah, protect those eyes. Possibly something that people overlook sometimes. And yeah, but like a lot of my trade, I overlooked it, eye protection. Yeah, as I say, as you get older, you just realise, you know, I don't want to die because I was a spray paint, I want to die of old age. You know? So where you can, just look after your health and safety. I'm wearing a respirator most of the day around at work. If I'm out there in the workshop, I've got the respirator, just a cartridge mask around my neck. If someone's blowing a car off or standing a car, I'll just whack it on. So yeah, I've got slow hardener in today. It's warming up here in Perth. It must be at least 25 degrees Celsius. So good painting weather, really. Get those coats flushed off nice and quick. But yeah, like with the wet on wet, I don't want it to dry too quick. It can turn into a sandpit that you're spraying over, or you're overspraying. Just set up too quick. Don't really want that. So, previous to this year, I just used to use fast hardener all year round, but I've found that just be a wet on wet, especially on a large job like this, as I just slow it down. So yeah, I don't know, I can't be bothered talking shit about the spray guns today. Well, at this point, maybe later. But yeah, we're going to use a few different guns on this job. At the end of the day, whatever gets the job done. I got a spray gun in a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't happy with it, and I made like 2 weeks worth of videos talking about it, and then I didn't want to upload it. It's just provocative crap that I just can't be bothered with. Like I do have strong opinions, I guess, and that can annoy people, I guess. Move you back out the way. Paint some shit. cloth. But it's the HDLP. I don't even want to use it. Because I've got the HDLP Plus, which I like. I've got the 1.2, which I like. Like, I can just tell I'm not going to like the HDLP Plus. Oh, sorry, the HDLP. And I can tell I'm not going to like the 1.3. I had a look at, please. Gotta get this bit down here. Yeah, I had a look at the DV1 versus the Pro Lite, and the 1.2 in the DV1 is larger than the 1.3 in the Pro Lite. Come on, do this. What are you doing? I'm trying to, like... As I was saying before, I can't be bothered talking shit about spray guns. It's pissing me off. As I said before, I just want to keep that wet on wet nice and thin. That's part of the reason I use this gun. It really does lay down a very thin coat of paint. This light grey primer is going to be perfect for a ground coat for this colour. Reds are pretty well known, well, more so in solvent ranges to not cover very well. But yeah, I found this F4 light grey primer really good for red. I'm not going to worry about doing that boot spoiler because it's already red and there was no cut throughs on it. Rightio, so next up I'm going to finish that masking off and then go get some red in the gun. Yeah, so like I'm happy to finish spraying a job like that and then take the respirator off but still be in the booth with no respirator. We've got full downdraft booth here, so I can still now smell just a slight amount, but give it 1 minute. I might actually walk up this end of the booth. But yeah, give it 1 or 2 minutes, all that smell's gonna go. I'll be fine. I had one person, I have a feeling that he was just trying to prove a point. He said something like, because I was, as I was mentioning before, if you could hear me, that I used to always wear my half mask at this shop, and he's like, oh man, I don't even go in the booth without a respirator on. I'm like, okay, well I've never worn a respirator when I'm masking a car up, and I always do that in the booth. As I say, I think he was just trying to prove a point, but yeah. Not really necessary to have a respirator on at all times when in the spray booth. It's just yeah, when the paint's still fresh and when it's getting sprayed, obviously. But yeah, like one thing worth keeping in mind, I actually reminded all my Instagram followers of this one a few months ago. Supposedly, like paint fumes are at their worst when they're gassing out. So when it's baking, like the fumes are at their worst. So it's worth, if you ever like just finish painting a job, bake it, the next person's in a hurry to get into the booth, and you have to run straight into that booth and unmask it, it's worth wearing a respirator. So most of the time these days I'll be wearing a respirator when I'm unmasking a job. Because those gases are still releasing out of the paint and they're actually still supposedly even worse. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard it and I would believe it. As I said, that's slow and it's still, you know, it's still flashing off relatively quickly. What is it? I think it was like 2530 is the number on that. So these standoffs, the numbers on the hardeners refer to temperatures. So, you know, 10-20 is your fast, and that's, you know, in the temperature range of 10 to 20 degrees, you're meant to use it. But, you know, if this was a smaller job, like just a single panel or something like that, I'd probably still be using fast hardener. And for clear coat, I probably still actually will use fast hardener. Yeah, I find it pretty fine to use all year round, really. It's mainly on the, like, the bigger jobs, which this is a bigger job, but it's not like full respray or anything like that. They're still kind of single panels, other than the other side over there, which is just 2 panels. Yeah, Gunny just rambling on, talking shit. But yeah, I know it's a little bit annoying. Like, most of my viewers are in the northern hemisphere, like USA, Europe, all that. So you guys actually get the opposite seasons to me. Here I am talking about all these things that I do in the hot weather, and you guys are coming into your winter. So a little bit irrelevant to you guys this time of year. Oh well. So for those of you who are coming in the winter, maybe start heating your clear up. Yeah, that's right, that's what I used to do. Wouldn't do it to your base coat. I tried it once and nah. Might flick that cam off, or else it's going to start overheating. Also, I've run out of shit to say. I'll get it back on when we're putting the base coat colour down, which is our next step. Radio YouTube, back to this job here. So yeah, I've got the masking all done, and I've waxed and grease removed them. Just got to give them a tack rag and get some colour down. Might use this old tack rag to go over some of this masking, because where I've wet on wet, might sort of attract a bit of that dusty overspray. Yep, getting to that point in time and I want to go home. I think I will have to stay back for a little bit tonight. It's like, I don't know, 20 past 3, you can't see me basin clearing a large job like this in 40 minutes. Maybe, I might get there. It might just be like 10 minutes overtime. Still good, all for the cause, mate. Yeah, so I did spectro this as usual. I just did a blind spectro down the HP variant. It actually mixed up, well, it found a Audi colour for me, so I mixed up an Audi colour. It looks pretty good off the machine. It just needed a touch of orange in it. So I put a little bit of orange in, checked it again, and that was it, painter. But yeah, as you said, covering very well over that wet on wet primer. I think I'm just going to go one coat on the back panels here. That's covering straight up. There's one wet coat over that. That's all it's going to need. Nice to get blends on solid. Never used to get them back in the day. look at that, it's covering straight up. Literally, you can see those two panels are already very close to the same colour. I reckon 2 coats is all we're even going to need on the exteriors on this job. So I mixed up 900 mils of colour for this job, and then it obviously got thinned down at a 2:1 ratio, so yeah, what's that, like 1.4 or something like that litres. If it had been like a black or something, I might have mixed a little bit less up. They usually cover really well. I'm putting colour up here because I found a few chips and scratches. So I fixed them up. That's what I was doing down the bottom there too. There was a few scratches down there. Yeah, bit of a squeeze, and that bar's a bit low for me. I want to raise the bar. Oh, you're such a funny guy, Gunny. So you probably noticed I got the black pot on the DV1. A few people have mentioned, oh, you know, you're not going to know how much paint you've got in there. Well, I know how much paint I've got in there. I can feel it. Oh, freezing there. Yeah, it's like not a deal at all. It's like, I believe, like I saw some people leaving comments about it, and I thought it like, oh yeah, maybe they got a point, but then I started thinking about it. I'm like, hold on, the only time you can really actually see through is when you've got clear in there anyway, even in your white pot, because the pigment of the colour is strong enough to make it so you can't actually see through the pot anyway. So, well, if you find that too much of an issue, go and use your PPS. You'll always be able to see what's in there. Yeah, this panel here, like this little boot spoiler, wasn't actually down to be painted, but I used my painter's initiative to just say, you know what, it's not going to take much to flick a coat of colour and clear over that, and then the whole last end of the car's going to look nice. Yeah. Rightio, onto the boot lid. And then do a bit of a top up. I reckon I was about down to here, Gunners. Or maybe here. So see how close I am. Yeah, just about right on it. So as I was saying, like, having a black pot isn't really a big deal. When I initially saw that their new gun's coming out with a black pot, they bought out black pots for UV primer a little while ago. Whoa, a little bit too much paint in there. I knew it was going to be close, but that's still recording. Yeah, we're still recording. I'm not just sitting there talking to myself. That's good to know. But yeah, when I first saw that they were putting black pots on their new spray guns, I thought, you know what? They probably didn't sell their UV pots as well as they anticipate, and they've got all these black pots around that they can't get rid of, so they decided to use them on their new gun. I could be wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised. They would never admit it, but yeah. So they bought these black pots out for UV primer so that you can leave the UV primer, and I think you've even got UV clear, so obviously the UV rays of the sun and whatever are not going to penetrate into through the black pot. Yeah, I've got to stop talking so much, man. I'm getting thirsty. It's a hot day here. Getting a dry mouth. All this talking shit. Beautiful coverage. You wouldn't think this is solvent, would you? A bit of a beachy carvage thing. It's got a LF3 in it. I think it's said on the front there. Pretty cool. I like fast cars, but I prefer fast computers. They're cheaper to run, they're more reliable. What's the video card going to cost you? 500 bucks? What's a set of rims going to cost you? Keep it around the fast computers, eh? So there was no fix up here, you have to just double check it. Pretty sure I had it all. I will put the extra code in this section just where you see. Put that second code in here just in case. Also, yeah, just in case I missed the spot on the first code. I'll just give that sort of half a coat over the top. I've noticed that with this jump. I don't know why it does it, but the pressure will change on me. I'll set it and it'll go and change. I don't know if I'm touching it down here a lot. I don't think I am. Good thing he's a skinny fella. Yeah, I'm about out. Oh, how would you know, mate? You got a black pot. How would you know? looking like I've mixed up just about the right amount. Set at 1.1 and see if it moves. I'll have to do that a few times like a few testers. I don't know if it's just me. Probably just me tripping balls, mate. Suffering from heat exhaustion, can't even speak. Radio gunners, I'll be back in 5-10 minutes. We'll get some clear down. Yeah, red, make a mess. Rightio YouTube, so yeah, back to this job here. We just got to clear it up now. I mixed up the clear and I mixed up 1.2 litres. I decided to mix up a little bit more than usual because I decided to use the Supernova. So all last week I was using my Pro Light, and after going back to the Pro Light I'm like, yeah, now I remember why you're number one on my list. You're efficient and you're precise. And yeah, I found myself using 130 mils per panel with the Pro Light, and it's probably close to 140 mils per panel with the Supernova. So not a massive amount, you know, it's not going to break the bank, but I would say that over, you know, years, it would make it, over a year, even just a year, it would make a difference, you know. Although clear isn't like massively expensive, the base coat's actually more expensive. From what I know, is at least double the price of your clear anyway. So yeah, if you want to make your savings, try and make it on your base coats. I guess make it everywhere. But anyway, let's paint some shit. Who cares? Thinking about it last week and, you know, thinking, geez, I wonder if I can tweak this gun to get it a little bit more efficient. And I was thinking maybe pull that trigger in a bit, but then it's just going to slow it down and that'll get annoying, you know. So I think that's just how this gun's going to be. It's just going to be a little bit more hungry than much of it. So yeah, just went fast harder. I've got the sound on standard clear. Don't worry about that colour difference, you won't see that in a minute. As soon as we get clear, that's just the way that the prep panel looks, and you can see straight away that colour difference is disappearing. But yeah, like as I said, all last week I was on the Pro Light, and straight up I can see that I've got a bit more overspray than what I was using when I was using the Pro Light. So I mean, this gun seems fun for me, not just because it looks good and me being all crazy in those YouTube videos. I was, yeah, getting a bit excited for a few weeks there. Why not? It's bit of entertainment as well. But yeah, it's just been a bit of fun for me to actually enjoy using the gun that isn't developed, because I always have found myself just defaulting back to my pro light, and I guess, yeah, it's just been fun to just enjoy something that's different. At the end of the day, it's just a spray gun, you know. They all do the same thing when you boil it all down to it. But they do have their own little, I don't know, unique quirks or whatever, things that they do spray a bit different. Each their own. I know lots of people that love their starters. Personally, not the biggest fan of them. A few things I don't like about them, but whatever, you know, if you love them, good on you. As I said before, it's a bit too hot today for me to be talking the entire video, so just sit back and watch me do what I do. Move you back out the way for a second, we'll do that bar. Come on. I'm just going to pack and whack this bumper cover. I don't want to go over the whole thing twice, moving around this bloody thing. Work with guys that have just put one coat over bumper bars or bumper covers, but we were using Glazer at 255 HS clear, so with one coat of that's probably equivalent to 2 coats of this, to be honest. That stuff is so thick. That guy actually, he's now got his own workshop, Unique, it's called, in Melbourne. Good dude. Did my apprenticeship with him, Mark Walker. He had some Brody, he's another starter spray, he loves his starters. I know back in the day it wasn't such a big thing, just use whatever, you know, it's just a spray gun, but I think I've slightly made it more of a bigger thing than it used to be. I don't know, with all these reviews I've done. So that bumper's done. So this job's not going to get baked tonight. Last job of the day doesn't usually. No need for it. But especially when there's the ambient temperature is 25 degrees. Oh yeah, just get out of habit. That'll be a bit easier to top up the pot, won't I? I need to take that thing off. because you're using PPF doesn't mean you're not going to get a pot drip. I've done it, I've seen it. Just always careful that thread doesn't have any leakage. Oops. Yeah, so do that boot lid last, come back to you. Get this back panel done next. So what's that? I've used 700 mils so far, or close enough to. Looking like I might even run out of clear here. That's 1.2 litres. Already just about gone. I don't think I'm going to have enough to do that boot lid. I reckon I'm going to have to go back out. Yeah, I am. I have to go and mix up a bit more. Three chunks of crap in here. Oh well, get that on the big jobs, mate. That will ding it out. That's what the buff's for. Looking alright though, I'm pretty happy with how that's come up. Nice and shiny and red. See if I've got enough just to go over the inside to this boot lid. And then I'll know that I only need 200 mils more. So, pretty happy, 200 mils to get me over the exterior of this boot lid here. Yeah, this is what I was telling you about at the start of this video about this gun being a bit hungrier. If that was the Pro Light, I wouldn't have had to mix up any more clear here. In fact, I'd probably have 50 to 100 mils left over. So So yeah, and I don't know, anyone else out there who's got Pro Lads and Supernovas, you notice also that Supernovas are a bit hungrier. Anyway, gunners, I'm going to be back in 5. We're going to go mix up a bit more clear. Right, YouTube, so yeah, nearly done. Just got to finish the last coat of clear on this bootlet here. Yeah, so if I do stop using this gun, again, it's just going to come down to its material usage. It gets a brilliant finish. I enjoy using it, but it just goes through that little bit more material. Hey, for some people that may not be an issue. They may not care. You might prefer the finish or just how it sprays, whatever. But no, that's good. I like that job. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm glad it's over. That was a pretty warm paint job. Sweating my ass off a little bit there. So yeah, as I say, very confident gun. A pleasure to look at, a pleasure to spray with. And yeah, I don't know what else I can say about it. That bootlet's actually really clean. I can barely even see any nibs in the top of it. There's might be one or two very small ones, but that quarter panel right there is quite clean too. A couple of small ones. There was a few I spotted as I was spraying over this side, just around this area here, but apart from that it's not too bad, not too shabby. Colour blended out well, but as it should have, it was really good. Just about could have gone edge to edge. As I said, there's just a few, I don't know, like 4 or 5 in a small area there, which sort of makes that area look bad, but yeah, you can't fault the finish. No runs, no excessive orange peel. It looks like a Commodore finish. As I say, I don't even know what model this is. I'm just out of touch with the Commodores these days as they're getting rarer, and I think they're going to stop actually making them in Australia. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, clean that gun out, and I'll see you in the next one. Get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out.